Have you ever wondered how lobsters grow? You might be thinking, what does this have to do with anything? Maybe you don't even care. But even a soft, squishy creature living inside a hard shell has a profound lesson to teach us humans. The lesson that growth lies in discomfort. A lobster's hard shell never expands, yet the lobster continues to grow. How? As the lobster grows, its shell becomes restrictive, and the creature starts to feel pressured and uncomfortable. To protect itself from predatory fish, it hides under a rock formation, sheds its shell, and produces a new one. Over time, as the lobster continues to grow, this new shell also becomes uncomfortable. It returns to the rocks and repeats the process multiple times. The key stimulus for the lobster's growth is the feeling of discomfort. It's the sole reason it can grow. If lobsters were like humans, they'd never grow. They'd go to the doctor every time they felt uncomfortable, take medication, feel good again, and never shed their shells. The most important thing to realize here is that stress, discomfort, and strain are signals for your growth. Are you living a monotonous life? Maybe you're working a job you hate. Perhaps you're in a draining relationship. Or maybe you just feel like life is passing you by. This is a feeling of stagnation, of being stuck, like you're trapped in a lobster's shell. You know what you need to do now. Shed that restrictive shell and embrace challenges with enthusiasm. Before we begin, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss future videos. Now, let's get started. The first sign you're stuck. You feel like you're just going through the motions without a real sense of purpose or direction. Have you ever felt like a piece of trash blowing in the wind? Drifting, being carried along, but never really deciding where you're going. This feeling of just passing through is a signal, a call to awaken the power within you. Drifting might feel comfortable for a while, but comfort is not the same as deep satisfaction. The Stoics believed in a core principle. You can't control everything life throws at you, but you can always control your response. That response is where purpose lies. Purpose isn't some grand, distant mountain peak to reach. It's a choice you make every day. What sets your soul on fire, even just a little? What injustices make your blood boil? What small actions make you feel more like you? Purpose isn't a destination. It's a compass, a north star guiding your choices. It's not a fixed bus route. Some days the sky is cloudy and that's okay. We're all learning. But when you feel like you're drifting, remember, that compass is within you. The decision to act, to reignite that spark is what realigns it. Finding direction doesn't mean your life will magically transform. You'll still have bad days, and the world will keep doing its thing. But instead of being a piece of trash blown by the wind, you'll be a sapling bending with the storm, knowing your roots grow deeper with every challenge. Purpose isn't about ease, it's about intention. It's about looking at your actions and asking, am I acting in a way that honors myself and contributes to something greater? If the answer is no, that's not a failure. It's the first step toward building a life that feels truly yours. The second sign you're stuck. You don't love your life as it is, but you feel powerless to change it. Imagine finding yourself trapped in a room where you belittle yourself. The walls are dreary, the furniture uncomfortable, the air stale. Staying there is miserable, but the door seems locked, the windows barred. This is what it feels like to dislike your life, but feel powerless to change it. The Stoics remind us that our greatest power lies not in controlling external things, but in managing what's within. Not loving your life is a clear signal, not a life sentence. It shows a soul yearning for more, for something different. That feeling of powerlessness? It's a cunning illusion designed to keep you trapped. Even small changes begin with one question: why? Why don't you love certain aspects of your life? Is it your job? Your relationships? Your home? A lack of something or an excess of something else? Naming your dissatisfaction is like finding the first loose thread in a tightly woven garment. Change doesn't have to be a massive upheaval. The Stoics valued gradual progress. What can you change? A conversation, a new skill, a walk in nature. These small changes aren't about fixing your circumstances. They're about reclaiming a sense of agency. They prove you're not as powerless as you feel. Remember this saying, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Think of a heavy rock you want to break. You start with small cracks, not brute force. Focus on what you can control. Your attitude, your actions, your choices. No matter how limited they seem, each small change is a strike against that rock. The cracks will spread. The feeling of powerlessness is a liar. It feeds on inaction, convincing you escape is impossible. Don't believe it. Start with small, intentional actions. Learn a new word. Reach out to an old friend. Try a new route to work. You'll be surprised how your perspective and your life starts to shift. The third sign, you're stuck. Your motivation has vanished and you struggle to feel excited about anything. Imagine your life as a magnificent ship designed to explore vast oceans, but you find it run aground, sails slack, crew lifeless. This is the experience of lacking motivation. The world stretches endlessly, but something keeps you tethered to a dull shore. The Stoics understood that our inner world shapes our outer one. A lack of motivation isn't laziness. It's a sign something is misaligned. Maybe your compass is pointing to goals that no longer inspire you. Maybe you've forgotten the joy of setting sail, the thrill of overcoming the unknown. It's time to rekindle that inner fire. Start by remembering what once made your heart sing. Was it the excitement of creating? The satisfaction of mastering a skill? A deep connection with another being? These aren't just memories. They're clues to your ship's true destination. Motivation isn't a fixed state. The Stoics knew this. It's a muscle that requires exercise. Don't wait for grand inspiration. Instead, set small, achievable goals. Make your bed, try a new cake recipe, write a single paragraph. These simple wins build momentum by reminding you of your own capacity. Look for motivation in the smallest, overlooked corners. The smell of rain on warm earth. A song that tugs at your heart. A kind gesture given or received. It's not always about grand adventures. It's about rediscovering the spark in everyday life. Motivation isn't about constant excitement. It's about having a reason strong enough to carry you through inevitable storms and struggles. Find that reason, whether it's serving others, pursuing mastery, or simply the miracle of being alive, and let it steer your ship toward open waters. The fourth sign, you're stuck. Nothing interesting or exciting is happening in your life, and your days feel monotonous. Imagine your days stretching out like a vast, empty canvas. It feels like nothing interesting or exciting is happening, and your life seems to fade into a monotonous blur. But remember, even the most breathtaking masterpiece starts with a blank canvas. The Stoics believe true excitement and fulfillment don't always come from external sources. They're created by our perspective and intentional actions. The feeling of monotony is a signal. It's time to become the artist of your own life. Start by shifting your focus. Instead of looking outward for big events, look inward. What sparks your curiosity? A forgotten hobby? A conversation with a stranger? Learning a new word? Excitement isn't always about fireworks. Sometimes it's the quiet thrill of discovering something new about yourself or the world. Create your own excitement. The Stoics valued action. Don't wait for opportunities to magically appear. Create small challenges. Offer unexpected help, take a different route home, break your routine in small but deliberate ways. These actions disrupt monotony and plant seeds of surprise in your day. Embrace the beauty of the ordinary. True excitement isn't always about grand adventures. It's about finding wonder in what seems mundane. Observe the play of sunlight on leaves, the intricate patterns of a spider's web, a fleeting moment of kindness exchanged. Mindfulness opens your eyes to the small miracles around you. Seek connection. Excitement often sparks from others' energy. Step outside your usual circle. Join a class, volunteer, engage with a community. Shared experiences ignite new perspectives and remind you of the vibrancy of the world beyond your routine. You are the artist, and your life is the canvas. Interest and excitement aren't given. They're cultivated. By focusing on the small and embracing the present, you'll turn those monotonous days into a work of art uniquely yours. The fifth sign, you're stuck. After achieving a goal, you keep doing the same thing without setting new ones. Imagine climbing a great mountain. You push yourself, overcome challenges, and finally reach the summit. The view is breathtaking, the sense of achievement overwhelming. Yet after that initial thrill, a strange emptiness lingers. You've conquered this peak, but now what? This is the feeling of achieving a goal, and then slipping back into old patterns. It's a testament to your ability, but also a sign it's time for a new horizon. The Stoics understood that true fulfillment doesn't come from single victories, but from continuous growth. Goals are stepping stones, not final destinations. Celebrate your success, acknowledging your strength is vital, but let it fuel your next journey. What sparked your passion for that first goal? The challenge, the sense of contribution, the joy of learning? Channel that same energy into exploring new possibilities. Don't be afraid to dream bigger. Maybe your first goal was a safe harbor, a test of your abilities. Now it's time to sail into uncharted waters. Set a goal that both scares and excites you. Embrace the discomfort, for that's where growth happens. Look beyond yourself. How can your success benefit others? Can your knowledge be shared? Can your achievement open doors for someone else? Giving back amplifies your success and creates opportunities for deeper fulfillment. The Stoics believed in striving for a virtuous life. Goals are guides on this path. Each one reached marks progress but is never the end. Celebrate your victory, then look forward eagerly. The next climb, the most breathtaking view, may still await. The sixth sign you're stuck. You feel like you're not in control of your life and are merely reacting to events. Imagine yourself as a small boat on a stormy sea, constantly tossed by unpredictable waves, feeling on the verge of capsizing. This is deeply unsettling, but it's also a signal for change. The Stoics understood the fundamental distinction between what's in our control and what isn't. We can't always control life's events, storms, unexpected currents, but we can always control our response. That response is where our power and freedom lie. Feeling out of control means your inner compass is out of sync. Step back and identify what's truly in your control. Your thoughts, choices, actions. They may seem small at first, but they're the foundation of reclaiming agency. Instead of reacting with fear or frustration, cultivate a stance of mindful observation. The Stoics practiced this. It creates a small gap, a space to choose your response rather than being swept away. Focus on what you can do, no matter how small. If you can't stop the storm, maybe you can adjust your sails, even slightly. Small acts of control, a walk in nature, having a tough conversation, saying no to something draining, rebuild your sense of power. Control is like building a muscle. It takes practice and doesn't happen overnight. Be kind to yourself, especially when you slip back into old patterns. Every time you consciously choose a response, you strengthen your inner resilience. The goal isn't to be impervious to life's storms, but to become a skilled sailor. Control isn't about dictating every event. It's about navigating the waters with growing confidence, knowing your capacity to adapt keeps expanding. The seventh sign you're stuck. You resist change and struggle to adapt to new situations or environments. Imagine building a cozy little house in a familiar setting. It's your sanctuary, where everything is predictable and safe. But change, like a restless wind, whispers of new horizons and shakes the comfort you've built. Resisting this call is natural, but the Stoics remind us that rigid stability leads to stagnation. Fear of change often stems from fear of the unknown. The familiar, even if unfulfilling, feels safer than stepping into the uncharted. But what if, within that swirling discomfort, lies a path to something better? A spark to awaken your dormant potential? The Stoics embraced reason and logic. Be honest with yourself. Are your fears realistic, or are they what-ifs lying in wait? Challenge them with concrete plans and small steps toward the new. Can you learn enough to feel more prepared? Can you break change into manageable pieces? Discomfort isn't the same as danger. It's a sign your boundaries are being pushed, a marker of potential growth. The Stoics valued courage, not reckless bravado, but courage. Focus not just on what you leave behind, but on what you gain. Change often feels like loss at first, But what possibilities might it unlock? New relationships? A deeper sense of purpose? Skills you never knew you had? Visualizing potential gains sparks curiosity and counters fear. Change is a fundamental law of nature. Resisting it is like swimming against the current, exhausting and ultimately futile. Instead, practice adapting. Observe how nature thrives through change. A tree bends in the wind, its roots deepening for strength. Change doesn't mean abandoning who you are. It means expanding your capacity. Carry your core values, your inner compass, into the new. Embrace the adventure of self-discovery that comes with navigating new terrain. The strength and resilience you uncover may surprise you. The 8th sign: you're stuck. You don't look forward to anything, and you feel like your best days are behind you. Imagine your life as a winding path. Looking back, you see sunlit peaks, moments of joy and success. But the path ahead seems shrouded in fog, and a voice whispers that your best days are gone. This is a common feeling, but it doesn't have to be your truth. The Stoics believed in fully living in the present moment. Nostalgia is bittersweet. It reminds us of good things, but can trap us in a mindset of decline. Your best days aren't defined by age, success, or external conditions. They're defined by your mindset. What does best mean to you? Joy, connection, growth, giving back. These qualities aren't bound by time. They can be cultivated at any stage of life. Seek opportunities disguised as the ordinary. The warmth of sunlight on your face, a meal shared with loved ones, the thrill of learning something new. The joy of living isn't always in grand adventures. It's in the mindful appreciation of the present. Redefine what you look forward to. Instead of distant grand goals, focus on small daily wins, completing a task, a moment of genuine connection, an act of kindness. These seemingly small things create a sense of anticipation and momentum in your day. The Stoics saw life as a continuous process of becoming. You're not the person you were yesterday, nor will you be the same tomorrow. Change brings new opportunities for growth, wisdom, and deeper understanding of yourself and the world. Your best days may look different, but they're no less meaningful. Open your eyes to today's possibilities. Your best days aren't behind you. They're shaped by the choices you make, the mindset you cultivate, and the wonder you find in this very moment. The 9th sign: you're stuck. You hold grudges from past interactions and they're holding you back. Imagine carrying a heavy stone everywhere you go. Resentment, grief, reliving past hurts. These are the stones of grudges, weighing you down, stealing your joy, and poisoning your perspective on the present. But the Stoics teach us a powerful truth. Forgiveness isn't about condoning the past. It's about freeing yourself. Grudges are like anchors in stormy seas, pinning you in place and preventing you from sailing to calmer waters. Reliving past hurts keeps the wound fresh and denies it a chance to heal. It gives immense power over your current emotions to someone or something that may not even be aware of it. True power lies in letting go. The Stoics valued living rationally. Does holding a grudge serve you rationally? Often it stems from a desire for control, a misguided attempt to rewrite the past. But control lies in choosing peace over perpetuating the illusion. Practice compassionate detachment. Observe your grudge without being consumed by it. Acknowledge the past hurt, but like a skilled doctor, diagnose the wound without becoming it. Recognizing the hurt allows you to make a conscious choice. Will you let it continue to taint your present? Focus on the liberation forgiveness brings. Imagine setting that heavy stone down. This isn't about forgetting the past or excusing harmful behavior. It's about lightening your soul's load and reclaiming the energy spent sustaining a grudge. That energy can then be redirected to building a life you enjoy in the present. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, not a sign of weakness but of immense inner strength. It's about reclaiming your power over the present moment and your future trajectory. The Stoics believed in living virtuously. Forgiveness, even if the offender is unaware, is a profoundly virtuous act that benefits you most. The 10th sign: you're stuck. You're nostalgic and constantly reminiscing about the past. Imagine your memories as a cherished old photo album, flipping through its pages, reliving precious moments, fills you with warmth and joy. Nostalgia is natural and can be a source of comfort. But when the desire to relive the past dominates your thoughts, it can overshadow the potential of the present. The Stoics believed in focusing on what we can truly control. Excessive nostalgia can become a way to escape challenges or the less appealing aspects of the present. No matter how sweet the past was, it cannot be changed. Embrace nostalgia, but gently question it. Instead of longing for the past, ask yourself, what made those moments so special? Was it the sense of possibility, youth, close friendships? Can those elements be recreated in some way today? Use nostalgia as a catalyst for growth. Let those cherished moments inspire new actions rather than trapping you in the past. If you miss the closeness of youth, reach out to old friends or seek new communities. If you miss the sense of adventure, try something new, even small, to shake up your routine. The Stoics valued virtue and striving for a meaningful life. Let nostalgia guide you to build a present that honors those values and experiences. The wisdom you've gained since those moments can shape your choices now. Savor the ordinary moments of today, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the taste of a perfectly ripe fruit. These are the building blocks of a fulfilling life, not consumed by what's gone. Remember the lobster. Recall those moments when life feels restrictive, heavy, like you can't breathe. Within those moments of struggle lies the hidden key to incredible growth. The Stoics didn't seek easy lives. They sought meaningful ones. They understood that discomfort isn't something to fear, but an opportunity to embrace. The next time you feel that pressure, don't reach for distractions or a quick dose of comfort. Instead, listen. What is this feeling trying to tell you? Where are you ready to shed an old skin, an outdated mindset, or a limiting belief? True transformation begins when you face these challenging moments head-on. Life will keep throwing challenges at you. That's its nature. But you have the power to choose how you respond. Will you be a passive leaf blown by the wind, or a sapling bending in the storm but never breaking, with roots growing deeper, reaching higher toward your unique potential? Let me know in the comments. What's a lobster moment you're facing right now? How can you turn that challenge into a catalyst for growth? Let's learn from each other and discover the strength within us. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and consider the super thanks option. Your support makes a huge difference in keeping this content going. See you in the next video. Stay stoic, stay strong.